Welcome to She Carried Us Alone, where we share real stories of strength, sacrifice, and the silent courage of single mothers. In today's video, we bring you a powerful and deeply personal story, one that might feel a little too familiar. It's about the complicated love between a daughter and the single mother who raised her alone. A story of blame, silence, exhaustion, and finally understanding. If you've ever struggled to see your mom clearly, this one's for you. I used to blame my mother for being too hard, too quiet, too different from all the other moms. But I didn't understand. Being a single mom means fighting a war you're never allowed to lose. I never knew who my father was. Every time I asked, my mom would just smile faintly and say, "You don't need anyone else, baby. You have me." As a kid, I thought it was just one of those things moms say to comfort you. Later, I realized it was a vow. My mom had me when she was barely 23. Her family cut her off. The man who got her pregnant disappeared. She had no money, no degree, and nowhere to go. And from that moment on, she became everything: mother, father, best friend, protector, provider, and the wall that stood between me and the world. There was no one to split the rent with, no one to take turns with when I got sick, no one to ask her, "How was your day?" No one to hold her at night when she was falling apart. My mom worked 3 jobs a day: cleaning offices before sunrise, cooking in a school cafeteria at noon, doing laundry for wealthy families in the evening. And in between all of that, she still managed to show up for parent-teacher meetings, cook us a simple dinner, and remind me to go to bed early, like it was the easiest thing in the world. When I was little, I used to ask her, "Why don't you get married?" She would smile and say, "I already have a husband. It's you." I laughed. I didn't understand. But as I grew older, I stopped laughing and started blaming. I blamed her for not giving me a complete home. I blamed her for always being anxious, tired, or short-tempered. I blamed her for never hugging me like other moms. I blamed her for Father's Day, when I sat in silence while my friends made cards for their dads. In 10th grade, my classmates teased me. "You don't have a dad? Did your dad leave your mom or what?" I came home angry, slammed the door, and shouted, "Why did you even have me? Just so I could grow up like this?" She stood frozen in the doorway. For a long moment, she said nothing. Then, in a voice so soft I almost missed it, she replied, "Because if I didn't have you, I wouldn't have had a reason to survive." I never forgot those words. But at the time, I didn't believe them. I was still angry, still blind. Then, one day, she collapsed. It was the winter of my junior year. I came home from school and found her lying on the kitchen floor, groceries spilled beside her. I screamed, called 911 with shaking hands. As the paramedics arrived, she reached out and gripped my hand tightly. Her eyes met mine, wide with panic. And I knew in that moment, she wasn't afraid of dying. She was afraid of leaving me behind, alone. The doctor said her body had finally given up. Extreme exhaustion, malnutrition, sleep deprivation. They asked if she had been overworking herself. I wanted to scream. She's been overworking herself for 16 years. While she lay unconscious in the hospital, I went home to get her things. In her old, worn-out purse, I found a small spiral notebook, just a cheap dollar store one. But inside, it broke me. The first page was full of numbers and notes. Tyler's school fees, pay first. Car repair, postpone. Breakfast, bread's apple, save eggs for Tyler. Nobody's coming to help, stay strong. On the very last page, she had written one line: "If I fall, my child will have no one." I sat down on her bed and held that notebook like it was gold. I saw for the first time the truth of her love: quiet, steady, sacrificial. From that day on, I changed. I started working part-time after school, helped around the house. And when I came home, I actually asked her, "How was your day, Mom?" And this time, I waited for her answer. She didn't change. She was still herself. But I changed how I saw her. I no longer saw a tired, nagging, strict woman. I saw a solitary warrior, a mother who had fought every day so that I could grow up like a normal kid, even when our life was anything but normal. When I got accepted into college, I handed her the letter. She read it slowly, then looked up with tears streaming down her face. I hugged her tight and whispered, "From now on, let me carry some of it with you." Being a mom is hard. Being a single mom is a war you fight every single day, without reinforcements, without breaks, and often without thanks. There are no sick days, no shared burdens, no one waiting at night to say, "You did great today." And yet, single moms wake up every morning and do it all over again, for a child, for a dream, for the tiny hope that one day it will be worth it. If you've ever been angry at your mother, ever thought she wasn't loving enough, gentle enough, or emotionally available, ask yourself, what was the cost she paid just to keep you safe and fed? Single moms don't need our pity. They need to be seen. They need to be honored as the silent heroes they've always been. Thank you for staying with us until the very end of this story. If this touched something in you, if it made you think of your own mother, or any woman who carried everything alone, give her a gentler look today. And if you can, say thank you. Or maybe just send a message that says, "I understand now, Mom." Don't forget to subscribe to She Carried Us Alone for more emotional, real-life stories about the silent strength of motherhood. Told one voice at a time. We'll see you in the next video.